So Logic Pro 11 is here, finally, packed with a bunch of cool new features and tools to help us with our music making process. We've got some amazing AI tools to help us with our music creation. Updates to drummer, we've got the new bass player and keyboard player that will help to spark some ideas for our creations. Then we've got ChromaGlow, which is a saturation tool based off of legendary audio gear. Add a little bit of warmth and depth to your tracks. And my personal favorite, stem splitter. So you can grab almost any track that you want to split into stems. So you can take the vocals, the drums, the bass, and any other instruments that might be within that track. Create remixes with the vocals, or just use the drums and sample them, or just listen to how the track was created. Great way to learn music production. And there's some fresh samples and loops from top producers like Oak, Felder, and Mark Ronson. Best part about this update is it's free to current Logic Pro users. But before you jump in and update it, I would advise you to make a backup of your current version before you update to 11. That way, if there's any problems, if you have any problems when you update to 11, then you can always revert back to your old version. Let's jump in and see what Logic Pro 11 looks like. So here you see we've got 4 options. I'm going to talk about session player first. Got your 3 options: bass player, keyboard player, and drummer. We're going to click drummer. Your box might look like that. If it does, just click on details and it's going to give you a drop down menu and you can choose all these different options. So you've got your acoustic drummers, your electronic drummers, and your percussionists. I'm going to stick with modern hip hop, so I'm going to click create. Straight away, it's created a nice little drum pattern for us. It's almost like having someone in the studio with you to create and collab. If you're like me and you're always in the studio on your own, this is ideal for you to get some ideas down and start to create. So let's listen to what is created. Nice little drum pattern there. We've got some functions here that I want to briefly go over so you can get an idea of how this works. Complexity. So with complexity, it's just going to make it more complex or less complex. And then intensity is how hard the velocities of each hit. So bring down the complexity. Makes it a bit more simple. And then the intensity, the hits are a little bit less hard. And then you can change and add sounds if you want. That sounds so cool. So that's your main window. Then you've got details. You can change the complexity of each individual sound if you, as and how you wish. You can bring in other sounds in there as well. You can change the phrase variation. You can humanize it even more if you want to. So it's not so robotic and rigid. On the grid, snap to the grid. Change the dynamics. So it just gives it more of a human feel. It's nice. I love how it sounds and what it does. It's good. Then you've got manual. You can just go in and create what you want. Which is a nice added feature. You can change the bar length as well, 2 bars. 3 bars, 4 bars, whatever, however many bars you want. This, going back to details, you've got your push-pull feature, which I will show you in a sec when I add some chords, just so you can hear what it's doing to the sound. So on the left, you've got some presets. Just let's quickly go through the presets and see how they sound. Turn that complexity a touch. That's some cool new features added to Drummer. Drummer's not something that I use all the time, but what I do like with it is how quick it gets the ideas down. So I might just start using that a bit more in my productions. You can also change the patterns individually. So we can change that hi-hat pattern. Currently on 3, change it to 1. I like that. Okay. Yeah, incredible. So let's talk about chords and just building a beat using these new AI tools. Now, I haven't downloaded all these sounds because I just don't have the space to do that. Feel free to download it if you have the space and take advantage of all the sounds that are on offer for you. So let's click on keyboard player again, go down to the drop down menu and choose freely, broken chords, block chords, arpeggiated, simple pad. I'm just going to stick with block chords. Hit create. So you've got some presets here. You can change the patterns. Let's turn that down a touch. Ooh. Let's make it less complex. And turn down the intensity. This is good. So you can change all your voicings down there, add octaves. You can change the style, make it simple. Nice. It just gives you so much options. You can change the hands. You can bring the hands down to the left to play lower down to the keyboard range. You can get the right hand going up higher. So if you wanted to start off your intro lower down in the keyboard or the keys, the range, you can, and then go into the verses, take it up higher. Yeah, just options, so much options on here for you to create, and yeah, just to be creative. I'm still new to this update, so I need to spend a bit more time with them, but you can see how much options you have. So with the chords, we can change key, we can change the chord sequence, which is handy because we might not be feeling what they've generated for us and it's not the sound that we want. So if you just click on G, it will bring up this little window which allows you to change the chords. So click on it. If you want to click on an individual chord and change that chord, you can, and just gives you different options to change up your chords. Amazing. Such an amazing addition. So let's just quickly go back to the drums. I was talking about the push and pull. So pull, it's a little bit like it's late, so you can see the changes that it's made when you push and pull. So it's a little bit ahead when you push, and then it's a little bit behind when you're pulling. So it's almost a light swing, gives it a little bit of swing to your production, again giving it that human feel. Because when it's played by an actual drummer or keyboardist, bassist, it's never perfect. Right, so let's move on to the bass player. See what bass player's got. So bass player is just going off the notes that we've got in the actual chords, and this is how it sounds. Alright, let's take out the I like it. Too complex. Let's bring it down a touch. so many different options for us to tweak to our heart's content. Change the fill amount, the swing, the fill complexity. Or you can create your own little pattern. Simple. So many different options to create and tweak till you get the right sound that you're looking for. And if you don't want to use it, at least it gives you a little platform to work off of. Let's quickly have a look at the bass player. Got your different guitars. You've got 5 different electric guitars, and then you've got an upright. Again, I haven't downloaded all these samples because I don't need to yet, because I haven't made any beats that needs those sounds. Like I said, if you want to download them, feel free. If you've got a space, I don't. Let's go back to classic. So if on the different guitars, you can see they've got different options. You've got your volume, you've got your tone, mutes. And just the colors, the look of it, and just, I don't know, I just find it inspiring. It looks really cool. Looks like they've taken time into making it look good and inspire us to create. Because if you think about it, we look at this a lot of the time. So it's got to look, it's got to have a nice look to it, nice feel. And it definitely has that. So let's move on to ChromaGlow. So I'm just going to open up ChromaGlow and add a little bit of warmth to this bass. Right now we're using modern tube in the style of clean. Got some other options here to bypass when it starts to saturate, and you can change the levels in, level out, and how much of the effects we want to use. Down here you've got your low cut and your high cuts, which is just acting as an EQ. So you can use the low cut and high cut to further shape your sound. So let's drive some saturation into that bass. Jeez. That sounds cool. Retro tube, modern tube, magnetic, squeeze, analog preamp. So change the style to colorful, 100% drive. Nice, I like that. Sounds really good. Bet it would sound amazing on 808s. Let's try it on some 808s. Yeah, how that sounds. ChromaGlow. That's actually really good, better than I expected. I've seen some reviews saying that they didn't really like it and it was a bit too much, but I just think depending on the material that you're using it on, just tweak it for it to sound good. You might not need to use 100% drive all the time, but like with every tool that you use, you just listen to what you're doing and just get used to it. So yeah, that's a lovely addition to Logic Pro 11. Right, let's move on to my personal favorite, stem splitter. So I'm just going to grab a track, drag and drop it in, and show you what you can do. So just drag and drop a track in, and then right click on the stem. I've already used stem splitter, but if you go to processing and then click on stem splitter, it's going to give you options. So it's going to ask you if you want to take the vocals, do you want to take drums, bass, or other. You want to do all of them. Click split. This is how quick the process is. No edits. Nothing. Just, yeah, that's how quick it is. And there you have it. It's made a track stack for us. And it's split the stems into exactly what you asked for. So the drums. Cool. And vocals.
I'm trying to get paid, take money, cash checks.
That actually sounds quite good. Better than I expected. The bass is a bit... it's okay. And then we've got other. Let's see what other is. I like how quick it is, how quick it's done it. We can get samples for drums. So if you hear a track, a beat that you like the sound of the drums, and you can just quickly split stems, get some new drums for your productions, vocals to make new remixes. And like I said earlier, if you wanna just to hear how songs are put together, like your favorite songs, you can split it, analyze it, and then learn from it. It's a great tool. So what do you think of the updates? For me, I like the way it's headed. I'm excited to see how it develop in the future updates, especially the AI stuff. I feel I'm still fresh. I'm still new to it. I haven't had that much time to really play around with it and know my way around all the new stuff, especially the chords and the bass players. And I haven't, as you've seen, I haven't downloaded all the different sounds. But I can see how it would be useful for producers of in the genres of rock, pop, and R&B. I would like to see some more samples or sounds or some inspiration with other electronic music like grime, drill, some drum and bass, or maybe they're on there already and I just haven't spent enough time looking for them. So if you've seen any samples like that, or you know that there's sounds like that on there, just drop a comment below. And look, yeah, just let me know what you think of the updates. I think Logic Pro might just be the best door. Let's just see how this thing develops in the future. I'm excited for it. Hit the like button and make sure you hit the subscribe button for some more music production gems. See you in the next one.